Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Right, I've got the corner to corner bean stitch for you. Now I've done a similar pattern. Believe it's in the red or burgundy. That was a puff stitch, corner to corner. This one's slightly different. It's a bead stitch, and you can see that it has this, it's a slightly different pattern than the other one. They're both very similar. The only thing is with this, we've got a border of plain. So I wanted the bead stitch to sit quite nicely and flat, and I finished it. Sort of the outer edges are always going to be a normal block, as how you would do a corner to corner. You can also you know, continue to make this into a shawl pattern if you want to, and just continue, but I've squared it off to show you how you would do that if you were making a baby blanket. This is DK yarn, lightweight yarn number 3, and you will need a 5mm crochet hook. The reason why 5mm, because we're making this little bead here. Now this bead is done with 4 wraps. You can do it in 5 if you like a thicker bead, or you could do it with a 3. But for this yarn and the 5mm hook, the 4 worked out perfectly for me. So it starts from here and we work up this way, and it's a gorgeous one for baby blankets. It's both sided as well, and it finishes off with this lovely little border on the end, so you can just carry on and make your single crochet border. You've got this block border, plain block border around the edge already. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make this. So let me just push this to the side, grab your hook, and it is double crochet and bead stitch. So if you're not sure how to do a double crochet, let me just bring you in a little bit. Then I do have separate videos listed for that, but I will take it as slow as I possibly can. If I'm still going too fast, please do slow me down in playback options, and you can put subtitles on as well. Right, let me show you how to make this gorgeous pattern. So do your slip knot. So just to remind you, it's DK yarn, lightweight yarn number 3. Of course you can make this in any yarn and any corresponding hook, but I would go up a hook size because it's a bead pattern. Unless you like that thickness, then that's, you know, but this, it's got texture, but it's also very soft. I mean, I've only done a small square and it just feels absolutely great in your hands, and it looks so adorable. Little beads. Okay, so you want to chain 6, okay, and you want to go in, oops, to the 4th stitch here. So you never count that one. 1, 2, 3 and 4th. Go into the 4th, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your double crochet. I'll show you again. If you're a complete beginner, this is pull through 2 and pull through 2. Yarn over, go into the last one, pull up a loop, pull through 2 and pull through 2. That's your first block. That's going to be your corner block. At the beginning of every row, chain 6. Okay, go into the 4th chain, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and place a double crochet. Go to the next stitch, a double crochet, and in your last one, a double crochet. So we start off like how we normally do a corner to corner. So flip your work, make sure this is always down so you know you're going the right way, and we want to attach into here. So go into the space, do a slip stitch, then chain 3. On the blocks it's always chain 3, but when we're doing the bead block in the middle, it's chain 4. So chain 3 as you normally would do your corner to corner, yarn over, go in, do a double crochet, another double crochet, and then we have one more. And for this one, to give it this really nice straight edge, we're going to go into the stitch. So go into that stitch there for your third double crochet. Okay, so that's the beginning. Chain 6, yarn over, go into the 4th stitch and do your double crochet as normal. Into the next one, double crochet, and into the next one, double crochet. Okay, make sure this is always here so you know which way you're going. Slip stitch into that space there, and this is where we will do the bead. So all the end rows are all plain, all the centers will be beads. For the bead block, 1, 2, 3 and 4, don't yarn over, because that will be, if you yarn over, that will turn it into a puff, which is what the other one was. Go in, pull up a loop, go in, pull up a loop, go in, pull up a loop, and go in, pull up a loop 4 times. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull through the first 7, then yarn over, pull through the 2, and then chain 1. Then you want to go into that space there, chain 3, because it's now an end block, we've done the bead. Go in and do 2 double crochets into the space, and then the third one goes into that stitch on the side. Go in, pull up a loop and pull through 2. And this is what you have here. So you can see these will be plain and the center onwards will be the beads. Chain 6, yarn over, go into the 4th stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, the 4th chain, go and do your double crochet. The first one is always the plain one because that's the edge. Flip your work, make sure you're going the right way, which is this way. Go into here and slip stitch into that space. Now we're doing a bead block. So for the bead, it's chain 4, don't yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, go in, pull up a loop, go in, pull up a loop, go in, pull up a loop. So you'll have 8, pull through the first 7, then yarn over, pull through the 2, then chain 1. I want to go straight into that space here now for another block, a bead block. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Don't yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, and yarn over, go in, pull up a loop. And then you want to yarn over, pull through the 7, and then yarn over, pull through those 2, and then chain 1. Go into that chain space at the top there. And now it's chain 3 because we're on the end. So remember, it's always chain 3 for the normal block. So do 2 in the space and place your third one and just anchor it there on the bottom and do number, so you can get this lovely straight line. Chain 6, I'll do one more row and then I'll show you how to decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yarn over, go into the 4th, 1, 2, 3 and 4 into here, do your double crochet into the next one, double crochet, and into the third one, double crochet. Once you've done that, flip your work, so this is always down here, slip stitch into that next block, chain 4 now because we're doing the bead block. So don't yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, and yarn over, go in, pull up a loop. Like I said, a 4 works for me. You can try it with a 5 or a 3. The 4 is just nice, she says. 3 might be just as nice as well, but I prefer the 4 with this yarn. You can try if you're trying a thicker yarn than a number 3 or a I'm going to try this with a more chunkier yarn, then try 3, see how that works. So you pull through the first bit to create that bead, then you yarn over, pull through the 2, and then chain 1. Always remember to chain 1 because we are going across. If you don't chain that 1, the work starts going in. We want it to keep straight. So you chain 1, go into the next space, and now it's still a bead section. Chain 4, don't yarn over, go in, so pull up a loop, then yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, yarn over, go in, pull through those 7 loops, yarn over, pull through the 2, chain 1, and then slip stitch into the next. Can you see how pretty that looks? Little beads. Like I said, very similar to the puff, but there was with the other pattern, there was a double crochet in here as well. We did pull through 4 loops for that one as well, and there wasn't a plain block on the side. So chain, yes, we're on the bead block. Chain 4, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't yarn over, go into that section there, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull up a loop. Another 3 times. That makes it a total of 4. Yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through the 2. Chain 1. Now we go to the end. Okay? Then chain 3 because it's a plain block. And then do your 2 double crochets into the space. And then your third one, just anchor it there on the corner at the bottom. Okay, so this is what you have here. So before, just in case you get confused and start decreasing from here, it will turn into a rectangle. To make sure that it's an absolute square, 1, then you've got 2, and you've got 3. It's exactly the same in the 2 blocks. Now this will form into a. Now you can carry on like this if you've got lovely yarn, shawl yarn even. This will look amazing, and you can carry on making this pattern big as you want, and it'll turn into a lovely shawl as well. So to decrease, you don't do anything now. You just turn your work, go into that very first double crochet, and just slip stitch. Next one, slip stitch. Third double crochet, slip stitch. Now for the 4th one, don't slip stitch into the space. We want to keep this side now very straight. So go into the top of chain 3 and slip stitch into the chain 3, okay? Not into the space, not into the space, but on top. Then chain 3 because it's a normal block, and then go in and do your 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Then slip stitch into this bead block, sorry. So that will turn the work. Still in the bead section, so chain 4 now. Don't yarn over, just go in, pull up a loop. Then yarn over, pull up a loop 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th that was there before, so it's pull through 4 times. Pull through the bead, yarn over, pull through the 2, chain 1. Go to the next section here, bead block, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go in and pull up a loop 4 times. Pull through the bead, and then pull through the 2, then chain 1. Go to the next one. It's still how did you think of that one? No, it's chain 3 because we're on the last one. So when you get to your last block here at the top, it's always chain 3. Chain 3, then go into the space and do 3 double crochets. And then you want to, again, we want to keep that side nice and straight as well. So don't go into the space, go into the top of the chain 3, into there, and do your slip stitch. Then flip your work over, go into the first double crochet and slip stitch. Make sure don't do it too tight. Into the second one, into the third one, and then on top of the chain 3, not in the space. Like so. Then chain 3 and do your block, your plain block, which is just 3 double crochets and 3. Attach yourself to that space there. Now that's the bead section, so chain 4. Don't yarn over, go in and do your 4 wraps, your 4 loops. Pull through the bead, pull through the 2, chain 1, slip stitch into the next one. Now is that right? 1, 2, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, so that's the last block. So it's just a normal double block, which is just chain 3 and do your 3 double crochets into that space. And slip stitch to the top of that chain 3 onto the chain 3. Right, I thought it looked a bit wrong then. Right, so you got your 3 double crochets here. Don't chain or anything, just slip across. And then onto the top of the chain 3 there. Then chain 3 because it's a plain block. And 3 double crochets into that space. And slip stitch to the here. Now there's no bead here. We've got our beads 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for the square. That's the last block, which will attach here, so it's a plain one. So chain 3, do your 3 double crochets and slip stitch to the top of the chain 3, flip your work, move across to this corner, which is just slip stitching through 3 double crochets, and then on one on top of the chain 3, and you're at your last block, which is just chain 3 and 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and you will slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 here, not in the space. Okay, and we are done. And that's how you would finish this one off. So I've only done a small sample here for you. Really cute, a lovely texture. It looks so pretty as well. I don't know if the cameras do any justice to some of these things, and I've done this in a darker gold colour so I can show you a bit more clearly. So we started from here and we've gone that way, so obviously there's a bit more in there. You can see it creates a lovely little spacing as well, just the right amount, 4mm. Now if you want to make a 5 puff bead, then I don't know, maybe go put half a size hook with this yarn, that is the lightweight yarn. But yes, you can use any yarn and any hook for this pattern. This is just done for a DK yarn lightweight because that's the stuff that I make the baby items with. But if you're making anything for your bedding or throws, then you can use a bigger yarn and a bigger hook, and you can just trial with the beads. 3 wraps, 4 wraps, 5 wraps. It's entirely up to you, it's a personal choice. But this works perfectly. try this one out as well. It's a little bit of a variation from the other one. That one was the puff stitch corner to corner. This is the bead stitch corner to corner. And remember, any of these corner to corners, if you want to just continue, you can make them into lovely triangular shawls as well. Hope you like this tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all your support. And yeah, have a lovely weekend wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you on the next one.